Wednesday, March 12th. We are streaming some more digital sculpting. This is what we did yesterday. It's not quite what I was hoping to get, but I've definitely learned a lot since then. I've learned a lot about sculpting anatomy. I've learned a little bit about some modifiers, about trying to get some posing done. I did get fairly comfortable with the pose tool here. This thing is pretty cool. Select this first and go to sculpting. But something that happened at some point, I don't know how, but these armpit areas somehow got flipped or inserted as new meshes or something. I don't know, but I don't know how to fix them. So I think this might be one of those where we, in pottery class, I've been taking some ceramic classes, and in pottery class, when you botch a project, when you fail a pot, you're throwing on the wheel, you're pulling the rims up, and then the whole thing just goes. So when that happens, they recommend that we take that clay and we smoosh it into a arch and then stick it on our little table, and then the clay dries out, or at least some of the moisture evaporates, and then you can use that clay again, and you call it an arch of experience. So I think Mr. Allen is gonna be an arch of experience this time, because I'm not quite sure how to fix him. I got the sculpt looking pretty cool. Like, the sculpt looks nice. And we did get a cool, here's our picture. We did get a cool render of the sculpt. We weren't able to give him clothing or armor or whatever, but we were able to get a cool sculpt, and we made him orange. So, yep, that'll do it for this one, I guess, because I don't know what happened here. I was hoping to continue on with them, but just didn't quite get there. I guess we could try to pose him. We could try to pose him in an interesting pose just for the posing practice, but I kind of want to just start a new sculpt. I want to just start a new one and see where we get today. So Alan is going to be a project we'll return to later. So we'll just grab a cube, and then we will subdivide it, and then we'll go to mesh, transform to sphere. I guess we have to apply the subdivision first. So now we actually have this, and then we'll go mesh, transform to sphere. I never understand how that works. I don't see anything happening, but whatever. So then from here, our music is a bit loud, isn't it? Also, for anyone just joining in, good morning. Hope you're doing well. can just start grabbing and pushing and pulling stuff. Okay. There we go. Finished sculpture. Here's a head. There is a head. Yeah. I turned it down, so hopefully it's better. Yeah, it sucked. I think I need to apply. Let's do that. I just don't want anything going wrong. Alright, what should we sculpt today? Let's look at our Facebook post real quick and see what the top suggestions were. I have some ideas, but I want to see what you guys wanted. I want to see what you guys wanted to see. I got 19 comments on this post. Let's go. Someone said Spawn. That'd be cool. The guy from Spaceballs. That would be funny. Treebeard. That would be interesting. Han Solo trapped in carbonite. That would be easy. Not easy, but it would be... That would be something pretty cool. Dog meat from Fallout or a Deathclaw. Alright, anybody watching? Spawn, Deathclaw, dog meat, or guy from Spaceballs. Anyone, first one to say any of those. And I will try my darndest and give my best attempt. I will try my hardest at any of them. I could put out a Facebook post, the poll, if no one's gonna say anything. I'll say currently streaming, vote on my next sculpt. Maybe that'll get some people to the stream. Okay, add a poll. Where is a poll? Where's add a poll? Currently streaming. Who should I sculpt? We got one for dog meat. Alright, well, I'll probably be going dog meat. I just want to get people interested still. Dog meat from Fallout. Dark helmet from Spaceballs. Spawn or a Deathclaw. Also, drop your suggestions and join the live. Twitch at Painted Dragon Studios. I wish I could add this as a poll, but it's not giving me the option to add as a poll. Alright, well, we'll see if that reaches anyone. But for now, we are gonna go for dog meat because that's what Leighton said to do. There's dog meat. Alright, first thing is to gather dog meat. Fallout. Images. Oh, we can give him his little armor and bandana and all that. So let's open up Pure Ref. We'll discard the Allen one because we're not using that one anymore. Alright. You go in there. You go in there. Yeah, I'm definitely going to give him a bandana. I like this artwork. I'm going to try and do it kind of stylized like that. That's someone else's artwork, but it is good inspiration for the goodest boy. Is dog meat a boy or a girl? I can't remember. Just grabbing as many references as I can. It's a good one. Trying to get her from all angles. It's just the nice thing about PureRef is you can just drag and drop any picture. You can even read like WEMP files. It's great. Alright, we will leave that there. I want to go off of this one for the most part, and let's just start sculpting. Edit mode and just start. I need X-ray on. Extrude that. Scale it up. We're just gonna try and quickly block out the body, see what happens, and then we'll remesh the thing. This thing? This is PureRef. If you don't have this, get it. It is free and it's probably one of the most versatile and easy to use programs you will ever get. It's just called PureRef, and it asks for a donation when you go to install it, but you can just type in custom donation and 0. I usually drop them $1 or $2 because I have this installed on like 4 different computers, and it is seriously the most helpful thing ever, especially when sculpting, because you can have it pinned. You can just drag it right here, and you can have this little pin button, and it's always on top. So now when I'm working in here, it's still there, and I can see what I'm doing. It is great. It's fantastic. Portion of editing on. Just start kind of blocking them out. Using these. in here and we'll add some loop cuts. Add some loop cuts. Add 2 here. And then we'll make this right here. We'll extrude these. Turn this off. We need some feet. So we'll extrude these. Why is X symmetry not working? Am I not on? Oh, it should be. Oh, I can just mirror modifier it. So we're just gonna quickly block this thing out and then we'll remesh it. So this, and then we need these 4 faces. We'll scale those in. And then we'll extrude again. Grab. Scale. Alright, and this is where anatomy is important. So we've got the shoulder that'll come down right here. And then from here, we'll create this line here. Select these edge loops. Come on. Why won't you let me select the edge loops? Weird. My normal's already flipped. Okay. This is pretty cool. If you don't have loop tools already, get the loop tools. Let's just these merge by distance. Yeah, there was extra vertices there. Loop tools, circle. Woo! And you can get that set up where it actually needs to be. Let's make sure it's good. That there, we can rotate that. Could also flatten these. Loop tools flatten. Very, very helpful extension. Okay. So then Alt click. Alright. From here we'll just do one extrusion. We'll make it bigger for the little joint. Another extrusion down, make it smaller. Extrusion down, drag it out. And then we'll extrude down, rotate, extrude out. And this will be their paw. And out. And this over here. Rotate. That'll loosely be one of the legs. We'll still need to do a couple of. Let's make this a circle. up a bit. Just get this typology looking as clean as we can before we remesh the whole thing. And let's also make sure these are good. So we can go in here, grab some edge loops around here. Nope. Don't need X-ray on. And then we'll also just relax this one so it's not so wonky. Clean up any edge loops there, merge by distance. That didn't do anything, but we do have some wonky stuff going on here. Maybe that was not the best idea. Can just drag these, clean these up manually. What are you stuck to? Oh, it's because the X mirroring is actually working. Nice. So this is just a like block out way of modeling that's just a bit more like clean, I guess. Oops, not hide. Grab. Scale it down. Scale it down. Alright. That'll be good for now. Let's do the back legs. So we'll just grab this. Make her body a bit longer, or his body. Don't really know at this point. I can Google that. Boy or girl? Dogmeat is a female. I knew it. Sup, artist wants to battle. I knew Dogmeat was a female. I felt like in the game we heard our vault survivors say, "Good boy." You know? Like I felt like I heard him say, "Good boy." Okay, just trying to get the anatomy right. Let's add some edge loops. These. Kind of goes up. Get a sword and they heard him say "good boy" too. I know, that's what I thought. But apparently, Dogmeat is a female. So, because I know I've heard that somewhere, but I couldn't remember. But whatever. Okay, this will be her back hips. We'll get these ones and we'll scale them out just a bit. And then these will be her legs. Oh, it's because there's no edge loops. Loop tool. It's like it's reading it as its own thing. Weird. Rex from New Vegas. I'm probably gonna go for something like this, where like Dogmeat's got armor on and like a little bandana, with little goggles. I love the goggles. I want to try modeling some armor too. That's one thing that I wanted to work on today, was modeling armor. So we're gonna try a couple of different things. Okay, but first we need, what is this one? Let's just make sure these don't have extra ones. I want to know why I can't. Oh, now it's letting me loop tool this one. It's not letting me loop to the one on the side that I need. Why? Blender. Blender is fun, and it's not letting me do what I want. Distance, I fixed one. Clean up those. Calculate outside. We could just add the mirror modifier to the whole thing right now and then apply it, and that would fix things. Just like a temporary fix. At least we got front paws. We'll definitely need to do some scaling and some basic things, but we'll just go ahead and apply that. That should. Still messing up this one. Oh well. We'll work with it. We'll just grab these ones and we'll extrude them out. Back. There we go, now we got some hips going on. And then can I relax those? Oop. Can I grab this loop and I want to see if there's like a way to like invert this. I guess the easiest way to do this. Let's just set one. Yeah, here we go. Just kind of set ourselves up for success for later. There we go. All right, and we can just grab these 4 faces here. And we can maybe flatten those. Yes. And we'll extrude that down. And we'll rotate and do that. Which Fallout game is your favorite? Mine's New Vegas. Yeah, I've probably played more. I've probably played the same amount of Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4. I haven't played a lot of either of them. Every time I play Fallout, I end up just wanting to play Skyrim. Like every time, I'm just like, I just want to play Skyrim right now. And I know that's blasphemous to a lot of people. But, you know, to each their own. I just really like Skyrim. Down, and this will extrude down, but like this. We'll definitely clean these up once we remesh it and get it all figured out. But Scottish Sam, wow, I haven't seen you in forever. What's up, dude? Skyrim is by far my favorite game to immerse myself in. Oh yeah, I love it. Dude, it's been a minute. How are you? Pretty sure last time I saw you around, I hadn't even started bothering with 3D stuff yet. Should probably actually be here so I can see these. I got more often, but timing is an issue for me. Yeah. Catching you more on other apps. Oh, okay, cool. You have a different name on the other apps? That's why I enjoy Breath of the Wild so much. It reminds me of Skyrim a lot of ways. Yeah, I've heard that a lot. I personally wasn't able to get into Breath of the Wild, but again, I just struggle getting into new games in general. Like, it's just really hard for me to get into new games. I'm just kind of stuck in my old ways. And anytime I try a new game, I just end up wanting to go back to my old games, and yeah. So I usually end up just playing Skyrim or something. I love the relax tool. It's so great. She only has one leg right now, and we do need to bring this out more. She looks a bit more natural. Touching Facebook, nice. I'll try a new Assassin's Creed game, but it means buying a PS5. Yeah, I don't know about that. I have a PS5 and I don't know if I'm gonna try. And my problem is just time. I just never have time to play games lately. Just never have time to play games. Wow, that helps so much. a lot. And then here, this is gonna have to be out. Alright, block out is going fairly well. That. Baldur's Gate 3 is another one to see. Ooh, yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 is fun. Me and Shannon played that for like a couple of months, I think. Baldur's Gate 3 is great. I really enjoy it. That one I did play a decent amount. We didn't finish it though. We got stuck on like one of the last boss fights. Let's try and shape up her head just a little bit. D&D nerd think it's the most. Oh yeah. So good. Did you see my Baldur's Gate 3 painting? Do I have my Baldur's Gate 3 painting on this computer? Print. Baldur's Gate. Yes. My Baldur's Gate painting. Do we even sleep? I know. I only slept about 6 hours. Play that, you should. Yeah, we got Karlach, got Halsin, got Scratch, Albert Cub. There's Will. There's Lae'zel, Shadowheart, Gale, Astarion, and then back here is Jaheira and Minx. And then where did I say Wither? I think I said Withers was in this box. So I wanted to have just like all of the main characters just in the landscape. Yeah. And no, I did not sleep very much. I'm just like really into sculpting right now, and it's just kind of all I can think about. I'm just getting good at this program. Trying so hard. Yeah, there was a lot going on in that one. Don't know how to sculpt a dog. Alright. Hit this with another mirror modifier just to get both legs going. Just apply that. And then we can work on the tail. She looks like a bear right now. I think that's what's going on. I need to adjust some things. chest isn't out far enough either. There we go, that helps. More dog-like. Oh, also the lack of ears is probably causing her to look like a bear. And the paws. Might have to do some of that in sculpting. I'm just trying to get the basic block out going for now. I still can't edge loop those. It's greyhoundish, yeah. Yeah, we'll have to fix it. Well, through sculpting will make her look a bit more. What's this? What's this kind of dog? Police dog breed. German Shepherd. I just blanked. I was like, what is the name of the flooping dog? It's a German Shepherd. German Shepherd. I could not remember for the life of me what it was called. I still can't do these. Why? See, Sam knows. I could not for the life of me remember what a German Shepherd was called. I was like, I know it's something. It's the police dog. Why can I not remember the police dog? That without messing up the other geometry. See, this is what's weirding me out. Like this face right here. Dissolve face. What? Is there multiple faces? Why is this happening? Why? It's a burrito in I Am Legend. Yeah. I thought you were messing. I really blanked. I was like, what is it called? Why can I not remember? The police dog. Can't get these ones to connect. Just the butt cheeks. Bye. Vertices. Let's just start. Let's just go here. Here. So weird that I can't join these vertices. Let's just remesh the whole thing. What is it at right now? We are at quads. I'll see. Where's my statistics? Triangles. There's 2,000 triangles. There's 2,000 edges. So how many quads are there? There are 1,000 faces. So let's just set this at 1,500. And let's keep the X symmetry. Alright. It's still creating a weird... It's like it's reading this whole thing over here as its own thing. Why? I know I extruded it at one point. Why is it reading it as different things? Good one, bro. You too. My pup's a German Shepherd mix. Your name is Siri. Aw, that's cute. You're cute. Following quadrimeter, sure we use the existing normals to guide the remeshing on edge loops where the normals are splits as creased. Let's just see what it does. It's still reading these as different. I want the whole thing. Smooth normals, faces, 200. Mesh needs to be manifold and have face normals that point in a constant direction. I recalculated the normals. Calculate outside. Did fix some. This is so weird. I do need help. I do need help. I'm confused. When I go to remesh it, it's like reading this area as like different, and it's like creating extra stuff that I don't want, and I don't know why. I don't know why. How's my pup doing? He's doing good. He was a little bit wild this morning, but yeah. As long as you're cool with being streamed. I am streaming right now, so as long as you're cool with that. As long as you're cool with your voice being heard. Puppy was being a bit annoying this morning, but he's just taking a nap now. He's been enjoying the day. Been enjoying the weather. See if Ryan hops on here. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, I can barely hear you. Hold on. I'm gonna turn my musics down and then turn this up.
Switched my input. There we go.
Yeah, I can still like barely hear you.
Check, check, check.
Have you turned all the way up right now?
That is wild.
That's okay, I can hear you.
Okay. Let me pause your stream so that
Yep.
I can get you in real time here. Yeah, I don't mind being streamed. That's fine.
Cool.
Just watch my language.
So yeah, this is the thing that I'm facing right now is when there's just these random faces that won't they don't seem to want to work like the rest of the mesh does. Like it was all going well up until this back part and then this stuff. And I've done Shift N.
Hey, do you have the ability to share your screen?
Oh, yeah. My bad.
That's okay.
Uh,
I
share.
wasn't sure if your stream setup would let you do that.
Should. See if the computer will handle it. Yeah, it should.
There we go.
Alright. So I thought maybe like I don't know.
So,
Shift N. Like that should have fixed everything, right?
well, I can see the edge on the outside of that N-gon.
Mm-hmm.
The leftmost edge, it has an overlapping edge. You can see the black line sort of disappears. That means there's two edges in that same spot.
Yeah.
So that means you have overlapping geometry. They could be in like exactly the same spot,
Mm-hmm.
close enough that when you go to merge by distance, they're not actually merging. Or you could have a vert that's in the middle of one of those things, and it
Mhm.
won't merge the whole thing because the vert is alone.
Is
So,
there an easy fix to that, or do I have to just go in and manually try and find it?
Well, so go into vertex select mode, and you see how you have a bunch of N-guns, nothing is connected?
Yeah. I think I was trying to subdivide it so that I could get stuff happening here, because everything looked good up until this point right here, and then the bottom looked good, and so I extruded the bottom down to make the legs, and then now this whole back and hips is just
Let's
all
check
jacked
a
up.
couple of things.
Yep.
That edge that was on the left-hand side of that massive N-gun that you had there, just
Mhm.
grab one vertex there and hit G. And, no, hold on. Right-click and cancel that. Turn off proportional editing because we don't want it to move anything else.
Yes.
Just the one vertex. So that one is connected. Alright,
Okay.
so now go up to the next one. That one, it looks like it was buried on the line though. When you cancel it,
Mhm.
see how like the line... That's also probably because it's an N-gun. Alright, hit the next one up. We're just gonna chase the line.
Yeah.
So hit grab, wiggle it around, hit grab, wiggle it around. Alright, so those are all in place. settings.
Mm-hmm.
I would say the easiest thing that you could do is go into face select mode here,
Mm-hmm.
and then go to the face drop down at the top, and go to triangulate faces, which the shortcut for that is Control T.
Okay. At least
And
it's
then,
connect. At
well,
least
with
it's
that,
part of the other stuff now.
well, with that still selected, go back up to that face drop down, and then go tries to quads. So Alt J is the shortcut for that, and that's gonna limit the number of triangles that you've got there.
Nice.
If you're gonna use quad remesher, this isn't an absolutely necessary step.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, and you're gonna quad remesh the whole thing,
Yep.
just select the entire model and triangulate it. So just Control T.
Okay.
Alright. Also, if you want to see your normals better, go up to the overlay settings, the little drop down, and go down to face orientation. So that way there's zero question which way things are facing.
Okay.
You see, yeah, so with everything still selected, go up to the mesh drop down, go down to the normals sub panel there, and click recalculate outside. So now you can see
Is that
rotate around your,
correct now?
well, make sure that we don't have any reds on the outside, like that one under his belly looks like it's red. So select that one, and then go to the mesh normals flip.
Okay.
And as long as we don't have any red left, you should be able to remesh this, no problem.
Sweet.
Should be.
Is 15? So I see this is like, there's like 2,000 faces. So
Yeah, so
what's like a standard for remeshing something low poly?
well, take a look at the number of faces that you currently have, and then take a look at the size of the faces on average that you currently have.
Right.
What you're going to be doing is you're going to be trying to replace the number of faces with pretty consistent size geometry,
Mhm.
Except for where the details get smaller.
Yeah.
So I would do it at a 1-to-1 and see how that looks. So if you've got 2,000 faces, now keep in mind, if you cut that number in half, that's the number of quads you're going to have. 'Cause
Right.
every triangle is half a quad. So, like you have 2,000, so you could probably go to 1,000 and see what happens.
Okay. And then any other settings I should? I have X symmetry on. I have detect hard
This
edges
is the
by
experimental space. So
Right.
Start here
Okay.
and see how well it does.
So we got
You still have overlapping stuff.
some stuff. Yeah.
Let's take a look at where those problems are, though. That tells you a lot. So
Mhm.
redo.
That did 1,500. That's like 1,000. Okay.
So when you get these errors, you can take a look and see where
So
those errors
are these blue lines always going to be errors?
So that's creating those hard edges in the detect hard edges.
Gotcha.
Those are line weight markers. Look at
Gotcha.
the red zone though, that red spot on his hind quarter there.
Yep.
That means that when this translated, a bunch of this stuff doesn't look like it's connected.
Mhm.
So stuff isn't actually connected.
Right.
So now when we undo,
Hold on. Let's see if I can just turn down my music, but turn up you. Where? Volume mixer. There you are. Okay.
check.
Chrome to be down, and I want you to be
Check,
up.
check.
Much better.
Alright. So now that we know where we have issues, like
Yep.
this hind quarter has double overlapping, everything else seems to have double overlapping.
Mm-hmm.
When you go back to the original model, so you can undo that,
Mm-hmm. Still there? Hello? He's gone. Ryan. I need my teacher. Computer hates Discord. Just have to wait it out. Okay, there you
I'm back.
are. It's like, no, we were making progress. I'm learning stuff.
Sometimes they don't play this. Okay, so hit A to select all. Go to
Yeah.
vertex, select left. Alright. I want you to hit M and then merge by distance. At the bottom, it
Moved
removed
a lot.
361 vertices. That's
Yes.
a lot. Try to remesh it again. You can just leave it at the 1500. That ought to be fine.
That looks
And
much
you can see
better.
where we're getting those issues, though. There's
Mhm.
still more things that need to be connected. So undo past that and hit M to merge by distance again. Only this time open the context menu in the lower left and increase that number. Click, drag, and hold shift because you don't want to go too fast. Just look at the number at the bottom of your screen disappear, though. Like remove
Yeah.
404 vertices. If you're okay with how it looks,
Yeah, I just need a basic block out that doesn't look, it's not all messed up.
just make sure that like your dog's bits are still where they need to be.
Right.
'Cause
And I'll be able,
honestly,
well, yeah, the feet are super
yeah, so
wonky.
maybe dial that back a little bit. You're still like dissolving hundreds of vertices here, so
Okay, I
just trying to close those little bits of gaps.
still have feet, and I could, I could just sculpt those back in, so I don't necessarily even have to have the feet.
Hit remesh.
Okay.
Alright, and so now we can see even better where our overlap areas are. So you have an error there, you have an error at the like chest and sort of where the armpits would be.
Mm-hmm.
And those are pieces of geometry you probably if you click off of your model so not everything is selected, and then hover over that densely packed geometry there and just no, don't select things. Deselect. Hover over one of those vertices and press L. Hit delete. And then vertices.
Oh, was there extra stuff happening?
There was duplicate geometry there. Do it again.
Yep.
No.
Oh.
L. Nope. You weren't. Go into the middle of that mesh. You want to deselect though. Like, you don't have to be at the edge. You can be in the body of the mesh.
Like this one?
Yeah, hit L. Now hit G to grab that. You can see that piece, because it hasn't been connected before and it's a different like density of polygons,
Mm-hmm.
it didn't automatically connect it because it wasn't already connected.
Right.
So you can either manually connect it or delete that thing and manually rebuild the topology inside.
Okay. So why does this stuff happen? Like when I was blocking out, was there something I was doing wrong that was screwing it up?
I wasn't there for that part,
Right.
so I really don't know.
So then we just.
F to fill.
So what's the difference between fill and join?
Well, so you notice how join didn't work?
Yeah.
Join will go across a mesh. So here, I'll show you a good example. Go down below where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
That part that has like a curve. If you select um, the vertex to the left of your mouse, down, nope, left, down. Sure. We'll start with that one. Click on that one. And then click on its counterpart all the way to the left, like the mirrored one. I want you to hit F to fill it.
Mm-hmm.
Now rotate and look at what that did. That put a thing across there, right?
Right.
We don't need that. Now if you undo, if you press J to join it, it ran geometry across the surface of your model.
Gotcha.
It will, so join will run contiguously across the geometry that you have, whereas F will just straight line connect.
Gotcha.
Alright, so undo that join because we don't need all that extra noise there.
Mm-hmm.
And select the...
And just start going across like this, or?
Well, just select the edge that you just made.
Uh,
The one that's floating in the middle of nowhere there. Yeah. And then hit F.
nope.
Hit Alt F.
No faces.
That's okay. If it were perfect quads, it would automatically fill. Select around that open edge loop. And you don't have to select every face. You can control click to get yourself there. And then hit, I would hit Alt F.
And that creates the grid fill.
Well, you would need an equal number of vertices all the way around
Mm-hmm.
to create a grid. You might be able to get a grid fill in there. Undo. And hit Control F. And then go down to grid fill. Hey, cool.
Still
That's not bad.
something happening here, though.
So go to your offset in that little grid fill context. And just click on the arrow. And just rotate the offset until everything looks clean.
It's better.
Now it's sticking in.
Yeah.
We can fix that in a minute. Do the same thing to the other side. Oh, you don't want to shift quick. There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
And Control F.
Yep. Go for the grid fill. And then use the offset to rotate until it matches the other side, because we want it to be mirrored.
I think we did. Was it the same?
Well, looks pretty similar. Go one more. Do one more again. See that much.
Huh. Would a mirror modifier fix that?
Well, I mean, realistically, you would benefit from using a mirror modifier on the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You only have to model half the geometry, and then you don't have to worry about fixing another side and all that jazz.
Right.
So if you want, click on your y-axis and turn on X-ray, and just box select. I think that was the good side. Are we looking from the front or from the back?
This is front.
Yeah, I think that was the side that we liked.
So delete this side.
Yeah.
Closer.
And then just delete vertices. And if there's any remaining ones, make sure you get in there and get those before you mirror. Now those guys are from a bunch of junk, so like we're gonna have to clean up that crap anyway.
Yeah.
If you delete the vertices at the center line, it's gonna delete the ones on the center line. So you want to make sure that you're in like vertex select mode.
Gotcha.
The edge will run you into the middle.
There we go. Just the one.
And you don't want the ones in the center.
Right.
then give this bad boy a mirror modifier. You can do it while in edit mode.
Okay. Anything else I should do over here?
No, that stuff is pretty
Okay.
standard since you have
And I
everything on the z-axis.
right.
You don't
And I leave everything unapplied until I'm ready to start sculpting, or
Yes, so that way anything you do on the active geometry side will happen on the echoed geometry side,
gotcha.
or the mirrored side.
Okay, that might be one thing I jacked up when I was blocking it out. I would do something and then I would just apply the modifier, and then do something else and then apply it again. So I was probably creating a ton of overlapping geometry every time.
Well, that would explain why you have a bunch.
Yep. All right.
So let's get in there and get rid of the other junk. We
Okay.
can see in X-ray mode where you have tightly packed vertices.
Mhm.
Those are probably like rotate around. We don't want it to be an orthographic for this. So wherever you have those little bits, let's turn off X-ray and stick your mouse in the middle of that garbage and hit L. And you can see that it's a separate piece. Just delete that one piece because you have a second one underneath, and then hit L again.
Never used this L thing before. This is nice.
So L stands for linked. That'll let you select anything that's linked by geometry to it.
That's great.
It's amazing because if say you needed to duplicate that leg, you could just select the loop above the leg and then rip those vertices, and then hit L and select the whole leg. But there's other ways to do that.
That's great. Oh, that's super good to know. That would have been very helpful. I gave up on my guy I was sculpting yesterday because he was so messed up. Dog. I'll just
Well, this is why you're doing daily stuff, right?
Yep. This is the point. I just need to learn, and I need to run into problems and then figure out how to solve those problems. So, and I did learn a lot of things with this one. So this is where I got with this guy.
Oh, he's looking great.
Yep. But he has all kinds of issues going on.
Well, we'll fix the issues after we fix the dog.
Yeah. I'm not super attached to this guy. I was mainly just one to
Don't abandon. Don't let the ship sink because you still need to learn how to fix what you messed up.
All right.
All right. So delete that patch too, and then fill that face. You can grid fill it if it's got an even number. The easiest way to select the edges that you want is A, to be in edge select mode, and B is to move your cursor to the inside of the face, just on the inside. If you move your cursor even like an eighth of an inch further, if you go to select an edge, go ahead, click.
Oh, that's great. Because I'm sitting here like trying to like get right on there.
So the easiest way to do that is to make sure you're in the piece of geometry that you want to select.
That's great.
See if you can grid fill. I think you have odd number first.
Selected 2 edge loops. Might have gotten something else.
No. You have an odd number of birds. Hang on.
Yep.
So go into face select mode. Shortcut on
3.
keyboard is 3, and then pick the face above your hole. Right click and subdivide it. Now select that border.
With 2.
See if you can grid fill now. And then that's fine. That fixed that hole.
Cool.
Then let's look for the rest of the sloppy crap. So I clicked the butt, but there's that overhang there.
Yeah.
So hit L on that hind corner panel, the larger topology. Now look at the leg. That's not selected, is it?
Right.
So let's take a look at the rest of your model before we do anything else. select the hindquarter panel again. Hit L over that. I just want to see as we turn.
We got this guy going on here. And
Now, the reason that merge by distance did not work is because the size of your topology is drastically different.
yeah.
It only works when you have the verts near each other, so it's not gonna fly, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we can try to match. This is sort of a giant pain in the butt. That one vert that's poked way up.
Right.
Just select that vertex and grab it and move it down and see what happens. Okay, so we can go into face select mode, just cancel that, and select those faces underneath it, like that almost crystal shape. Yeah, keep going. Down below, lower, south. That one. Yeah, that one. And the one below that even. And just delete those faces. So now we have a hole.
Mm-hmm. And then one flipped. You're still flipped here.
Yeah.
I'll get rid of that one too.
Just delete that face.
Okay.
You can fix a hole. All that boogered up geometry. Well, I would also delete that face to the right. And its little counterpart to the right of that one too.
Nice.
And then you should be able to loop, like alt, click that line.
And
You should be able to select that and maybe shift alt click.
there we go.
And if you can grid fill it, do it. If you can't,
Mm.
oh, that did some weird shit. Okay, so undo. And then alt F. That will give you nice, clean, fixed hole.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Mm.
Alright, so that's fixed. Now you have that whole leg.
Yeah.
You have to connect. And the easiest way that you will be able to do this is, let's take the leg by pressing L. And I want you to press E. That's not P.
Oh, I thought you said E. I was like, what?
And then click selection.
Okay, so now it's a whole nother mesh now.
Basically what we're going to do here, because your geometry is so far
So far gone.
we're going to take and we're going to close and make each of these meshes manifold,
Mm-hmm.
and then boolean them together and let that be like what that ends up being.
Okay.
Because we're going to quad remesh it anyway.
Right.
We're just going to take that and we're going to fix it, and then we'll end up sliding some verts and merging those things. So if you alt Q on your leg, you will switch to that mesh.
Oh.
Now we're editing that mesh.
One way to do it.
Slash on your keyboard. Select that upper loop. That whole thing, and then hit Alt F. Then I want you to hit E and extrude that just up a little bit. Not too far, just a little bit. So that way it's going to push into the model.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to hit slash on the numpad to get out of local, Alt Q over the other part. And then you're going to
I tried to select or go into solo that, but
yeah, do it again. That was weird. Zoom in on that part. Wonder why that flipped. Only for this.
it's not selected either.
Alright, so pop back out to object mode. And Solo. Your view. Let's turn off your second piece, which is the legs. So the Retapo cube does a 0-1.
To create a duplicate?
It looks like it. So we might not actually have to do anything here. That looks like it might be attached. Zoom in on that edge. No, it's not attached. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna send that into edit mode. Just hit L on the leg. Delete all the vertices. You can see that that was already connected. So
Weird.
yeah. Let's close that hole that you just saw first, because
There's a couple.
Um,
Would this one be able to just like merge by distance? Or
well,
would
switch to vertex select mode and just select those two verts. The one at the crook there and the one at the peak. No, not that. We don't want that at all. That one and that one. And then press M and add center. So now those are connected.
nice.
And then the next set over is also not connected. I feel like that whole piece is not connected. So if you grab, you see how like that is two vertices.
Mm-hmm.
So just box select those, M at center.
And I feel like this line might be.
Well, so click on one, not box select. No, box select will select all of the ones that it sees. Just click and hit G to grab. So those are attached, but those other ones are not. I think we're gonna have to. All right, so in shift select the vertex in the corner, and then right click subdivide. Now select that new vertex only, and then double tap G, and slide it over to where that lonely vertex is. No, not that one. That one. No. The one that's hanging out that isn't connected. That right there. Drop it there. Box select those. Merge at center. All right. Grab the next vertex.
Still not connecting.
You didn't select the other one. It's underneath that piece of geometry. So move it out of the way a little bit, and now select them. Merge at center.
There we go.
Click on the next vertex over. Grab it. Move it just a tiny bit. Select both of those. Merge at center.
Nice.
Now chase that line in the opposite direction, because we need to make sure that that line. We just did that one. We're okay. We just did that one. That one's okay. The next one over. Okay, so zoom out a little bit. You're gonna have to create two new vertices. So select that other corner. No, you can just stay in vertex select mode and select the corner and the other end. Right click subdivide, but click it up to 2 in the context panel so that we get 2 vertices.
Yep.
And then hit the OK. And then we'll do the same thing. So zoom in on our shit.
Where's the vertices?
Let's undo.
Leighton says hi on the TikTok stream.
What up, buddy? All right. Go to edge select mode. This will work. And then click there. Then switch over to vertex select mode with it still selected. Right click subdivide.
Still not seeing.
Oh, they're there. They're there.
There it is.
Deselect them because you have 2 selected, and then just box select the pairs and merge them by distance. Center. Blah blah blah. Distance. Same thing here.
Nice.
All right, so that hole is entirely closed, and we patched the hole above it, so that should be. Oh, those need to be gotta
I think
do
this
is
whole row
all the
looks.
way around. Okay, so better than this, click the corner face in face select, and then you see the lower right hand corner, that one there. If you control shift click, hit delete faces. All right, select your loop around the outside. You're in the mirror. It's not going to select.
Oh. Control.
Make sure you get all the other ones. Zoom in if you gotta. Just shift click. And then Alt F.
Nope.
It
Have
won't-
to create a line here or something? Or?
No, it should create that geometry by itself.
I have everything selected.
Just hit F. Hit E to extrude down. And that's good right there. So that fixed that section. Now let's get out of local view, or turn on our leg anyway. I think we went into local view.
Yep.
And let's go into the leg piece or the body piece, and let's move those edges that we just made. Let's scale those edges down a little bit because we want them not to stick out from one another. You see where the overlap is?
Yeah.
So with that loop still selected, just kind of push that one into geometry there. And then Alt Q onto the body. And then for this one, I would just grab individual vertices and use the proportional editing tool to just pull that close to the surface.
Nice. Is that gonna jack up the middle?
It won't matter if it does, we can close it. Just looking to get these things close.
Right. It's just all kinds of geometry going all over the place right now.
Yep. Fine. We just want them close. Get that sharp corner out of there. Then pull the vertex that's like 3 up on the one above it out so that we hide that corner.
Yeah.
We want that to be outside, and we want, you know what, just pull that other piece back out so that we'll fix it after the remesh. We have to remesh again. That should be roughly okay. The less of a lip that you have, the better.
Mm-hmm.
So like that vertex that you have selected, zoom in on it. Zoom way in. You see how it's overhanging? Try to push that into the surface of the geometry. You can always scroll your mouse wheel to impact less.
Right. Pretty good.
Alright,
Do we need to worry about this one?
No. We're gonna fix that with other stuff. Let's
Okay.
get that hole in the middle though. That needs to be dealt with. Alright, turn off your leg so that we can just see the body in the outliner. And then drag that vert to the middle. And it's okay if it overlaps. Drag that vert to the middle. In fact, if you wanted to, you could. No, that's fine. So what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna
Mm-hmm.
And you'll have to do that in object mode.
And there's going to be one on this one too.
Yes, sir. So apply that.
Didn't see the zoomed out, looking good. Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, we're just kind of just learning things today. I started with this block out, and then I created all kinds of issues for it, and so now my friend is helping me learn how to solve those issues, which is one of the purposes of doing these sculpting streams, is to run into issues and then figure out how to solve them so that I can get better and better with each sculpt. All right, so then we're gonna boolean those together.
Yes, sir.
Okay, does it matter which one's the source?
Not really. Not in this case.
Yeah.
Just select
This would
union.
be union object leg.
And turn off the leg in the outliner. So we can see that that looks solid.
Because it just creates a copy, pretty much, or?
Yes. So, well, it's taking the geometry of a separate object and adding it to the geometry of the one that has the modifier, but it's not doing anything other than adding it to it. So the original geometry still exists.
Right. I made my trash folder.
Heck yeah. All right.
I've been making a trash folder in every sculpt lately, just because I always have stuff that I end up turning off and not knowing if I should delete it or.
Good practice.
Yep.
That way, like whenever you make a thing, you don't actually just delete it until you.
Right.
Like if you're making an STL, you don't want extra stuff.
Right.
Stuff.
But I also don't want to delete something that might be important later.
Correct. All right, so let's click on our dog. Send that bad boy into edit mode. Oh,
My
you need to
legs.
you can apply the boolean. You have to apply it.
There we go.
So now it's committed. Now look at all that boogered up geometry that it has there.
Ugh.
That's okay. We can deal with this in a couple different ways, but I'm gonna have you deal with it probably the way that you might find the most like rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
So switch into sculpt mode and go into wireframe so that we can see the wireframe because that's important. And turn off X-ray because we don't want that crap. We just want to see this nastiness. Now select your smooth tool, and in the brush properties on the right hand side, there's a thing called deformation.
Mm-hmm.
If you change Laplacian to surface, and go ahead and just brush over that nasty line that you have there.
Ah,
See how
very,
it's relaxing geometry?
very
Hit it again.
satisfying. So it's by each brush stroke, pretty much.
Well, so change your strength to all the way up. All the way to 1. And zoom in on that space. And now let's turn on X-ray, because that will impact the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And ignoring that front piece, let's just take care of this side bit here for a minute. And just keep hitting it. And like, click dab, click dab, click dab. Let's take a look at what has happened here. Alright, so this will relax the surface. It's not doing everything that you want it to, so switch it back over to Laplacian because we need to actually move geometry around here. Now, smooth that bitch. That bitch.
Mm-hmm. There it goes.
Now be careful what you're doing because you're in wireframe and you are drastically doing that. Also, we still have that inner piece.
I didn't have mesh symmetry on.
Well, also though, so undo all of the things that you've just done. We still have an inner divider.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want that. We want a contiguous outside.
So do we just go in and delete that? And...
Yeah, so undo past all of our smoothing crap and so let's undo the boolean too. Alright. In there, switch the solver from exact to fast. then apply it, and let's look at it in wireframe. We need to see inside. Do we still have rotate? Yeah, we still have the nasty junk.
Mm-hmm.
Skippy. What did it? Why did you not do the thing? Okay. This is a repair fun thing.
Yeesh.
Alright. So undo back to the boolean. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna quad remesh both pieces individually.
Okay.
This is where quad remesh are actually like helps. So just
Get rid of the boolean, or do get rid of the boolean.
Kill the boolean modifier and pull your leg out of the trash. And then quad remesh the top one at 1,000.
Looks good.
Yeah, that's very solid. And then quad remesh the leg at like 400.
Pretty good.
Let's sew the leg real quick. Alright, let's delete those top faces, all of them. So go from the corner. No, not the inside corner. So in face select mode, click that face and then Control Shift click the upper leftmost face. Keep going left all the way. We don't have a mirror modifier anymore.
Like all the way up to here?
No, all the way to the left, not to there.
Oh, all the way.
Undo your selection. To that face. Nope. That one. And delete those.
In the butt.
Oh, whoa. What did it do with the crotch there? Just deselect those outside faces there. That's good. Delete those faces. Alright, let's do the same thing for the body.
So from here to yeah.
Delete the faces.
Some weird stuff going on in there too.
That's fine. We can now select that nonsense. See if L will do it. Yeah, and then delete verts. And then you have those two little edges dingle-dangle in there. Press L over that. Awesome. Okay.
Should we do anything with this, or is that fine?
Let's kill that row of faces. Because we were looking for a flat surface here. Faces, yeah. And then select the outer loop. See if alt click will do it. Always check that first.
Alt click.
Okay. Thing to note here is the number of vertices in this loop is, you have your statistics on, so it'll tell you 34.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. We know that that's 34. Leave that selected and let's bring back the leg. And Alt Q over to the leg. to hit Control Plus on the numpad. Plus on the numpad.
Oh, numpad.
Alright, that's gonna not do the thing. Okay. Just select that loop again for me. So this one is 40 vertices.
Right.
What I want you to do is I want you to hit S and then Z and then 0. Oh, you want to turn off proportional editing though.
There we go.
Why did it pull it on the y-axis?
Probably because there's.
Well, it shouldn't move on the y. It should only move up and down. All right, SC0. Let's look at it from this direction. And then move the whole thing so GZ.
Oops.
No, why did you undo?
I didn't apply the.
Oh, yeah, apply it. And then hit G, then Z to bring it up above that space. So now we have a flat top, but this bad boy has 40 vertices. So
Yep.
let's go back into our top piece. And let's hide the leg or solo the dog. And are you in object mode? I have a thing that covers that. There we go. Perfect. Now we have 34 vertices here, right?
Mhm.
Which means we need to get to 40. And we know that there were a couple extra ones towards that peak at the front and the back.
Right.
So if you select that face, and the face to the right. So how many vertices do we have? We have 34, yes? We
Right.
need to get 6. So let's get the 2 vertices at the opposite side. So the 2 faces opposite that. Not that, the other end of the dog. Not there.
Oh.
I mean, you can do those are fine. But we need the 2 at the part we can't see straight down. Those 2 faces, not there. Yeah, those 2. And then right click and subdivide those. Just once. Why did that?
Got 42.
Yeah, so alright. Let's undo. And deselect those 2 extra faces on the flanks, not those.
These ones.
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Subdivide.
44 edges. Is it
Well,
because I have
that's
these ones
the-
up top?
Oh, no. So, select the edge loop. So, alt click that edge.
38.
We're 38. So, pick those 2 adjacent faces and subdivide them.
These ones.
It was counting the number of edges that you currently had selected.
Right.
So, I did the math right. You just, no, you didn't subdivide the faces.
Oh. I thought I did.
No.
So I clicked it.
You have edges that are overlapping then. Like, do you see new geometry?
I do not.
Hit G to grab. Cancel that. Right click subdivide. Nothing. That's wild. It might be because you have a crease there.
Looks pretty clean to me.
No, you see the thick white line on the outside edge there?
Mhm.
You might not want to do it because of that, and I'm not really sure. So, pick any 2 other single faces around the outside and subdivide those. It's not doing it.
I think I saw something over here.
Well, don't keep subdividing.
Yeah.
Because if it's actually adding geometry, then
Right.
So let's undo. Undo until it comes back to your other faces there. That'll be good. Alright, select the loop.
See, it's reading this as its own thing.
That loop has 33 vertices. How in the hell? Alright, so hit A, merge by distance.
Merge by
You're
distance.
gonna have to take that slider back down. So let's gently nudge it. No, gently. Gently nudge it until there's nothing. It's not overlapping, it's just not connected.
Nope.
That's right. So control click your way around to select that whole loop. I don't know why it's selecting the whole loop but not selecting the whole loop, if you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
Let's get all the way around. We've got 40.
Okay.
Hit E to extrude.
It's all there.
Yeah. Press Z. And just move up the teeniest, tiniest little bit. Now hit nothing. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go back out to object mode and select that and the leg. And Control J to join them as objects. Let's take the legs and move the legs down. So hit L in edit mode on the legs and just, we're gonna move them down. Now you can do this, what the hell? Okay, undo the joining of the geometry. Let's move the legs first. Until we have a gap right about there. Perfect. Now send it into edit mode. Oh wait, sorry. Now join the geometry into one mesh and then send it into edit mode. Alright, what we want to do is we want to select both of those loops. We have them both selected already. So just hit undo, because you had both selected already. See the verts?
Yeah.
It's 80, and then just bridge edge loops. So go to edge at the top up there.
Edge loops.
So now that's all one piece with no holes.
Yep.
Pain in the tuchus, but you can put this into sculpt mode, or you can Control R and add loop cuts to that if you want more geometry to it. Because that's a section now. Scroll up on your mouse wheel, click the command when you're happy, and then fix that with sculpting. Undo all of your sculpting. Turn on mirror.
Right. She just got very big legs.
Well, so now using the grab brush, adjust where the legs are supposed to go. So like, pull everything back up into its proper spot.
Is there an easier way to like scooch this all up without being too destructive, or are we gonna?
So bunch of settings under each of these things with a bunch of drop downs. So click on advanced. Not those, inside the brush settings and stuff. There you go. So auto masking, if you hover over each checkbox, it will tell you what it does.
Fix only vertices connected to the active vertex. Face sets, mesh boundary, face set boundary, cavity, cavity inverted. View normal, area normal.
If you go all the way down to that front faces only, hover that. So click on that thing and make your brush big or zoom out and grab a section and move it.
Ah, that's better.
So it's not pulling any of the stuff that you can't see.
Right.
Now you can do really weird stuff by leaving it like that. So just be don't be afraid to smooth while you're doing things in here, like to get weird geometry out of weird geometry spaces. And you don't have to use the grab brush if that's not the right tool for the thing. One of the most convenient features of the grab brush is the inverted grab. Unlike other tools, it will not grab and push in the other direction. What it will do if you hold control, like go over the center of the body, like the torso where the rib cage is. Now click and drag, just regular click and drag. It's gonna move in whatever direction. Cancel or undo that, and then hold control and do the same thing. It's gonna push directly in and out
That's nice.
from the normal.
It's like a easier, more controlled inflate.
Well, but it's a grab in the direction of the normals, of the average normal under your cursor.
Right.
So if you want to, like, say, make that leg a little bit fatter on the outside, you can just move your mouse over and hold control and pull it in the direction of the normal.
Nice.
So take a look at what you did from the back, though.
Yeah.
Also, undo what you just did.
My
Go to your
block out.
smooth tool. Change your smooth strength down to like somewhere between 0.2 and 0.3, so you have much more control over. Now when you go in with the grab tool, G to grab. Now when you hold shift, it's not going to be that huge melting thing. You have the ability to actually paint in and round off what you want, rather than it doing the whole thing all at once. So decreasing the strength of the tool actually changes it as the secondary function for all of the other ones.
Right. Still need to make a tail.
Perfect. And now that this thing is a whole thing again,
Yeah.
look at it orthographic X and zoom in towards the feet, and let's bring those feet up. Those feet are nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to untick the front faces only for this.
Thank you for sharing these streams. Trying to learn digital sculpting. I also enjoy your paintings very much. Thank you, friend Droid. Appreciate you. Yep, just learning one day at a time. Okay, would be the best. Smoothing these out be the best thing to do, or?
I would inflate them first so that you have something else to pull against. You don't want your geometry sides to touch.
Right.
So clumping them up and then flattening the bottom was probably a better route. So
Just flatten.
I would, but I would try to get rid of that bump on the heel where the geometry is overlapping first.
Smooth, or? Nice.
And then take the flatten tool. Make the brush bigger than the foot and look at it directly from the bottom.
It is.
Okay. And then you can use the grab tool. And I would check the top of the foot. Yeah, okay, that one vertex on the outside, right? Up one. That one. Pull that up away from the bottom of the foot a little bit.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there you go. This
Nice.
doesn't have to be perfect. This is
Right.
just like trying to get it closer to what it was.
Right.
And now you should be able to get a solid quad remesh out of the whole thing, so that we don't have mismatched geometry sizes and we don't have any weird fries in any weird places.
Right. Front feet are generally not horrible. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So then we quad remesh the whole thing.
Well, hang tight. Before we do that, you said you wanted a tail.
Yeah.
If you don't want the tail to be a separate piece, go into edit mode and click the four faces where you want the tail to actually start. Now look at the body of your reference, because the tail starts actually higher than you think.
Right.
So it's coming along the spine, and in that general area, yeah, select faces. And then I would hit E to extrude, and take that out quite a far way, so that we have the length of the tail. But you can't see.
Because I couldn't see what I was doing.
I mean, we want to see it from the side, because now we don't know how long that is. There
Right.
we go. Before we move it, I would shorten it up a little bit. Maybe. No, not that much. Just halfway between those two grid markers to the left. Right about there. Click that, and then I would, before you do loop cuts, hang tight. Go to the loop at the base of this thing that you extruded, and select that loop. And then press Shift S, cursor to select it. That's option 2. And then I want you to go up and change your pivot point to the 3D cursor. Not that. One to the right. That one there. Hit at the 3D cursor. Now select the faces at the end of your extrusion. And from the X orthographic view, hit R. And rotate your tail.
Nice.
I wouldn't go too far down, because we're going to start squishing the geometry. So like, this is something that you're going to probably put an armature in to get your correct curvature.
Okay.
If you wanted to do posing for the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So let's treat it like it's a T-pose and have it kind of come in line with the spine straight out. So where you have it is pretty good. I would come maybe a little bit south with it, just a tiny bit. And so using the 3D cursor as a pivot point means when you rotate, those end faces aren't being squished. The only thing that's being squished is the source there, right?
That's great.
Now, select the shift select the loop around the base. In edge select mode. So undo. And then deselect the cross edges on the end of the tail, because we only want the circle loops there. Right click.
To circle.
Circle.
I love this thing. I was using it with my sculpture yesterday, and it's.
Okay, hang on. Before we do anything else, though, untick flatten in the context menu that popped up, because we don't want it to push into the body like it did.
Mm-hmm.
We might want to do these separately. So let's undo the thing entirely. Just select that base one at the butt. And Group Tools, circle.
Did that
Now
do it?
Go ahead and hit flatten and see what the difference is.
Messes up our geometry.
It does.
Like. Do that?
Yeah. Yep. Now that's fine.
Nice.
Now do the same thing at the other end. Select that loop. You might have to like control select the whole thing.
Click. Dang it.
Well, now you select it in really weird ways, and it doesn't know which way you want it to go. So try to keep your path.
Why is alt clicking not working right now?
Because of the end poles on the corners, it doesn't know which way it needs to go.
Mm-hmm.
So just control click all the way around the outside there.
That's what I was trying to do the first time. And then circle. Nice.
And that's pretty good. Now when you add your loop cuts, everything is good. So add your loop cuts to try to get the same size quads as the rest of the body, so keep going until those are almost squares. That's probably pretty good. Because we're going to remesh this anyhow.
Mm-hmm.
It's better to have everything be one piece before you go to remesh it, because if it's the same contiguous geometry, then you will stop having the problems that you just had.
Right. Just scale down this right here. Oh, it's the.
Turn on proportional editing. You can press O on the keyboard to toggle that. And now if you scale, you press S on your keyboard. Oh, you don't want to do it from the 3D cursor. You want to do individual origins. So change your...
What was the hotkey for that?
It's up at the top. It's a little pivot point there. Change that to individual. And then scroll up on your mouse wheel to, or down, to get like more of a taper.
Nice.
Then you can take this and work from this to get
Right.
whatever you need. So let's try to quad remesh this bad boy and see what happens.
Like 1500 or.
You tell me. How many
Well,
pieces do you want to start with?
It's at 3,000 right now.
So, if you like 3,000, let's go 3,000. If you want less faces, it's fine. We're gonna be hitting this with the multi-res and get more geometry out of it anyway.
Right.
So, it's more important to get good quad topology across your whole thing that's pretty close.
That looks great. Oh, we should give her ears too, or should we? Would those be easier to just sculpt?
I mean, block it out. So, give yourself some ears. ears are much bigger on the base than that. Like, the ear spans almost a fifth of a turn of the head. See how, like, much ear there is?
Mm-hmm.
So you might want to wait until sculpting.
Yeah, and just grab it out.
Yeah.
Right.
Either that or pick a straight line and then turn it once it's in sculpting. Like you could just pick 4 faces in a row. But that's entirely up to you.
I'm trying to learn the most optimized way to set up my sculpture at this point. So.
Well, then if you don't need to change your geometry at all here, then we can start doing additional things. Although I would say you should undo your quadri mesh, and we should change some settings. So 3,000 faces was good. I think one more undo is necessary.
There it is.
There we go. So let's put our quad count at 3,000. Let's change adaptive size down to 10%.
What's that one do?
So hover over it.
Control quad size, locally adapts to curvature. Higher it is, the smaller quads will be. Okay, so it's just gonna make it more uniform.
Yeah, we're trying to get more consistent size out of the quads.
Mm-hmm.
You could try 0, but that's gonna do weird things to your feet and where your
Yeah,
peg
the
meets
nose and all
stuff.
that. Yeah.
But go ahead and hit the button again.
Button.
And now you see that the size of the quads are a little more consistent across the model. Like, even down to the feet, they taper gently rather than drastically dropping off.
Right.
And when it comes time to hit this with the remesh,
Mm-hmm.
not the remesh, wow, multi-resolution,
Multi-res.
it's gonna give us more optimal geometry for the whole thing, because we're not gonna have more densely packed geometry where it doesn't belong.
Right.
So if you're happy with that, then you can hit that with a multi-res and subdivide the crap out of that and get to sculpting, my guy.
Let's go.
But you fixed all your holes, so
Yeah.
sometimes the easiest way is to find all of the pieces that you messed up. Look for loose parts. If you can't find them manually, in your original dog, if you had it in edit mode and you went up to mesh and down to separate, there's an option called loose parts. So separate is under the P menu, up, right, down.
Oh, there it is.
See that one by loose parts?
Mm-hmm.
If you aren't sure, you can always click that. Go ahead and click it. Now, because you have no loose parts, it created no new geometry in your outliner.
Yay.
But let's say, select a group of faces real quick.
Sorry, puppy is. Oh no! Don't jump up. Hold on, I gotta let this dog out. He is begging and he's licking me. Stop licking me. All right.
Alright, so select a small group of faces. Hit Shift D to duplicate them, and right click and cancel. Select another group, anywhere. Shift D, cancel. Select something on the face. Shift D. And then select one that overlaps that first one. Like, let's Shift D. Cancel the movement. Alright, so this is basically messed up geometry, and you're not sure what's where. So if you hit A to select all, and then go to Mesh, Separate, Loose Parts. Look at what happened in your outliner.
That's great.
All of the pieces that were additional pieces are now separate meshes. So if you go and turn off your retopple cube .002, which is, we know that's your dog,
Mm-hmm.
Those are the pieces that it kicked out. And you can actually take your dog there and then select those pieces that aren't the dog and just delete them.
What is this one?
That's your Retapo dog. You can just delete those bad boys and then turn your dog back on. And your dog is fine.
So we don't need this one anymore.
So a lot of times when you get models from the internet,
Mm-hmm.
you'll have the issue of it being in a bunch of different pieces because it was either not meant for the application that you're working with, like it wasn't meant for 3D modeling, or it wasn't meant for this. It was meant just as like a quick, where's my brain? Quick, like piece to show it off.
Right.
I don't know why my brain's not wordsing at the moment, but
It's okay.
sometimes the geometry isn't connected, and if we had done that first, you wouldn't have learned how to reconnect your geometry.
Right.
It's important to learn how to do all of these things, but basically, to recap, you can separate the parts so that we don't have to find them individually, and then join back the parts that you need. If, say, there was something that was filling a hole perfectly, join it back. Don't forget to turn on symmetry.
Why is it not?
Because you're not in sculpting mode, you're
Oh.
proportional editing.
So symmetry does not work in edit mode.
Not with proportional editing.
Bummer.
There is a drop down next to the proportional editing tool. You might be able to. It'd be in edit mode. Connected only, project from view. Yeah, that doesn't change it. I always forget what's in there because I never need to change.
You just use sculpting for that kind of thing.
Sometimes. But now your model's all fixed. And
Yay.
sometimes booleans help, sometimes booleans don't help.
Mm-hmm.
The most important thing is knowing and understanding how topology works.
Right.
So saying that, hey, if I cut the legs off here and I make this, and I count the vertices, and then I have the opposite space where I need to connect it to, as long as those are the same number, you can make those bridge and close the hole with one operation.
That's great. No, I definitely feel much more equipped than I did this morning. Because let's save that. I'll just pop into this real quick, and I probably need to hop off here in a minute because I got a lot of stuff to do today because I'm leaving for Indiana tomorrow. Woo. But yeah, this guy.
Tell me what's wrong.
So, bunch of stuff happening here, which, let's see. Okay, I guess it is all one. But I went into sculpting.
Oh, I can tell you exactly what that is just by seeing it.
Yep.
So go up to overlays. Click the drop down next to overlays. Go to face orientation.
There it is.
Ta-da!
Sherry looks so much better. Yes, she does. Yeah, so I figured these were flipped, but I tried to recalculate the normals with Shift N, and that wasn't working.
So send it into edit mode. And oh, you're in a different workspace. That's fine. Just have to turn on.
Can I do this through? I guess.
Yeah, they're all modular.
Okay.
So I want you to deselect your model, and you can either manually select those or go up to the select drop down and see if we can do this a smarter way. You might have to move your ref. So select by trait. Interior faces. Let's see what that does. No, but it is telling you that
Everything is wrong.
So let's select everything real quick. Hit A and hit Shift N and see what it does.
That's what it was doing to me the other day. Also, I don't remember putting a displace modifier here.
So the mirror and the displace happened when you were messing with the Ritaco flow.
Okay.
From the other day.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was trying that last night too. I was trying to give him
just
some armor in it.
Like you can clear out that displace. You don't need it. And if you're not actually actively using the mirror modifier, which you can check by turning off the viewport, then just cancel that one too.
Yeah.
So now he's got no modifiers. And alright, so go up to the mesh, down to normals. And so you're recalculating outside.
Mm-hmm.
And we have all kinds of other stuff in there.
Yeah.
Basically, the easiest way to do this for this particular model would just be to select those groups of faces and flip them manually.
Mm-hmm.
Since it's not recalculating automatically. And like just select a face in this. Oh, you have overlapping geometry there, that's why. You can see those extra edges.
Yeah.
Press L.
Everything.
Press H. That's the whole thing. Okay. Press Alt H. Okay, so merge by distance. You might have to booger up your geometry a little bit.
Removed a lot.
Yeah. Zoom in on that area though. We wanna see there's still duplicates there, so we wanna increase the amount that it's in the context menu down there. Don't forget to hold shift. You just wanna see those lines go away. Right there. And then
Removed
hit
some.
shift in.
Hey.
Because you had faces on top of faces.
Yeah.
I would quad remesh this before you did anything else, so that this is like back the way you wanted it.
Right.
Because now we've merged verts, which means there's dries all over this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
72,000 faces.
Okay.
And then
That should be fine. And your bad boy is back in operating order. Now you have that one little chunk there. I would hit that with.
some chunks over here.
Sorry, somebody's calling me.
You good?
Healthcare. No thanks. You can see you have overlapping geometry there too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a hole.
Yes. Since you already have it turned on, good anyway. You don't have it turned on. Go up to Edit Preferences. Add-ons. Just type in Toolbox. The 3D Print Toolbox is turned off. Turn that one on. Tick. Save it and pop out.
Oops.
And yeah, you're good. Close that. Right hand side in your end panel, the very last one is 3D Print Toolbox. Click on that. And then click Solid. It's telling you that you have non-manifold edges. If you click that, it will select just those.
Nice.
And let's take a loop at everything that it's selected. You can see where you have a bunch of messed up stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So what we want to do is, with those loops selected, we want to go up to the select menu at the top, go down to select loops,
Yep.
and then select loop inner region. Oh, it's going to do the whole thing. Bastard. Undo. No, just hit undo.
I did.
Undo. Oh, wow, it's not undoing the damn selection. Maybe you'll have to fix other things in your settings. Yeah, just click the non-manifold edges again.
Did we undo the remesh? Because now it's all jacked up.
I think you did. Like, try redoing. No, you don't have to redo the remesh. Just go back into 3D Print Toolbox and click on Solid. Click on the non-manifold edges.
There we go.
Alright, we know where those are.
Mm-hmm.
And you can manually go in there and fix a bunch of stuff, which sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. You can automatically fix some stuff, but that usually ends up messing up more than it fixes.
Mm-hmm.
Because the automated processes can't read your mind or tell what you want done. So if we go in and look at the wrist, just zoom in on that spot. That's saying that's a non-manifold edge. So deselect everything and just select that loop. And then Shift Alt on the other side of the geometry. You already did that. The right side, do the left side now. Because there's two loops. Well, don't go too far. No, we don't want the next loop. There's two loops touching each other there. So, go to the right side and go to the left side. So,
It's not reading another.
hold on. Put your cursor a little bit to the right of the loop that you want. Hold Alt and click. Go closer to the end. There you go. Now put your mouse cursor to the other side of that line and Shift Alt. Click. So that's only one. Why is it reading that as non-manifold?
I don't know. I was struggling with. I was trying to sculpt it yesterday too, and it was just like pushing in on it.
Yes. So let's look at it in vertex select mode. Pick one vertex and move it. That's fine. Cancel it. Select the whole line and merge by distance. Nothing. That's fine. Don't change anything.
It just doesn't like it.
That was on top of itself. So dissolve those vertices, and you can see that there's a bunch of shit inside. That's why it's doing that. Okay, undo the dissolve and delete them.
Weird.
Now, hover that central section and press L and delete those. Select your two edge loops and bridge them.
Edge, bridge.
It's at the top. And then put a loop cut in the middle of that to get your topology back.
Nice.
So you see, there was geometry on the inside that you couldn't see because, well, you couldn't see it.
Right.
So,
hold on. Puppy's freaking out. Gotta let him inside. Wanted outside so bad, and now he wants back in. He just has to be back in. Come on, puppy. Let's working out. All right.
Alright, so now that you know that geometry that looks like it's fine on the outside,
Mm-hmm.
and your little check, your non-manifold check, is telling you that something is not fine, you know that you can look inside. So if you click your solid in your 3D toolbox again, and then click your non-manifold edges, we have the other wrist. Now, if you saw that and you checked it, and there are still like no vertices having wrong,
Mm-hmm.
like all the normals are right, you can always use the X-ray tool. Just turn on X-ray and see when you rotate around
There's
that there's
something
a
in
chunk
there.
of geometry inside. So those were two separate pieces that ended up with faces on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
So we basically do the same thing again. Turn off X-ray, deselect everything. Whoa. Reselect that loop. Don't lose it. It's the next one up. That one. Delete the verts. Hit L over that thing. Delete verts.
Have a great day and safe trip. Thank you. Appreciate ya. Divert and
Select your loops and bridge them. Add a loop cut. So
face,
edge.
edge loops, add loop cut.
Let me help you with a thing. So go up to your edge drop down menu. Right click bridge edge loops. Right click it. Add to quick favorites.
Where's quick favorites?
Well, get out of the menu. If you right click, I think they took it out of here. I think it's just cute.
Oh, nice.
Ta-da.
That's great.
So your quick favorites is contextual for all of the different tools, workspaces, all of that stuff. So if you know it's a thing that you're going to do a lot, you can either go into the settings and assign it a hotkey, or you can just add it to quick favorites, and that way you don't have to pull it out of that menu every time.
Nice.
Like I would add grid fill to that. I would like anything that doesn't have its own shortcut. So under the face, go down to grid fill, right click, quick favorites.
Nice.
Anything that you find yourself using a lot.
Right.
Alright, so those feet are gnarly. Click the solid button again. Non-manifold. Find your spots. There's that bad boy.
Several.
So just hit delete and go to vertices, because we're going to do this across the entire model. Now you'll have islands that you can either flip and bridge the edge loops.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can flip the normals on that. So shift N. It won't recalculate, and go up to mesh normals flip.
Mesh normals flip.
That's
Nice.
cool.
And there's some like random.
Hanging out stuff there. If you press L on that, just delete that entirely. You don't need both sets.
And this loose thing.
There's one up above. And you can just close these holes in whichever method makes you most comfortable.
So if we just, I probably won't be
Well-
able to bridge the whole or select the whole perimeter.
Hang tight. So we just deleted all of that stuff everywhere in your model. So let's take a look at everywhere on your model real quick. Let's make sure that we delete any duplicate faces, like those guys are duplicated out the wazoo.
Mm-hmm.
So just just delete the top set.
And there's some random holes.
Did I freeze?
And
So
these hands are right. They're just really tight, and the geometry is weird.
yeah, don't worry about that.
Oh, there's one finger.
As long as we don't have duplicate geometry in our deleted sections.
Right.
So we did the 1 foot, so let's do this foot here. Just delete that top copy.
And then there's
There's probably one on the other side there too. The blue face that's facing towards us. Like the inside of the ankle. Yeah. Delete that. Wait. So we got those 2 pieces. Clean up those floating edges. Wonderful. Alright, let's go back to the other foot because
there's a couple of floating things here.
well, they're not floating.
Oh.
They're attached.
Should we still get rid of them, or
And if you want.
is that gonna mess things up later?
No.
Okay.
If you can clean up whatever you like. We're gonna try a couple of different ways to fill these holes fast.
Mm-hmm.
But get rid of that double geometry there. Perfect. Alright. So all of our isolated spots are no longer doubles. And we have flipped geometry on the back still. Or no, those are holes. Never mind.
Yep.
Good. So go to the solid in the toolbox again, because we wanted to find and freak out about all the things that we just did. Click that. And then press F to fill. Now that's pretty terrible. Let's undo that. Press Alt F. It's not gonna let you. Oh, you have to select your edges again, because yeah, Alt F. That did interesting things. It looks
Yeah.
like some of the edge normals, like the vertex normals on the right side, those are all messed up.
Yeah.
So undo. And select all. Shift N.
I just made this wrong.
That's okay. Shift N again. Okay, cool. Now click off, unselect the everythings, and select by pressing L over those pieces, the ankle pieces. Press L, select all 4 ankle hole pieces that are flipped. And then flip them. So mesh, normal, split.
Nice.
Alright, hit solid. Not manifold. Now try Alt F.
Same.
Oh, it still wants to booger. Okay. That's fine. Well, hit Alt F and let's see where it's good and where it's not good. So, those pieces are just fine. We need to fix some normals. Those outside pieces are pretty nasty. Let's look at the rest of the model. Let's see the back, the fingers. Everywhere else it did stuff.
Looks
Back looks good.
pretty good. It filled in all but 2 little tiny.
Well, no, I think those are just flipped.
Nice. And then hands. They're just flipped.
That's okay. With everything still selected, hit Shift N. And let's take a look at everything now.
I fixed those. Fixed these. Fix those.
The neck. Fix those two little faces of the neck.
Yep.
Yep. Perfect. Let's take a look at the nasty outside ankle.
Most of them.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to carefully deselect everything that aren't those two pieces. So like those two rings of nasty geometry, we want to keep those and delete those faces, but we want to keep all the other stuff. So go across your model and deselect all of the other faces. Not that. Leave that alone. The rest of the spots that are perfectly fine. So rotate your model, and look at the inside of the ankle. Not that one. The same ankle. There you go. All those good? Then deselect them.
Just by like doing this on all of them.
No. Box select. Like, change your thing to box select or circle select. Whatever makes you feel better. And the whole thing, hold control and get rid of all of them.
Ooh.
Zoom out. You can do the whole thing all in one shot. Just turn out of the leg a little bit. Just be careful now, you can see the other ones.
I didn't know you could deselect like that.
Alright, so go deselect everywhere that isn't those two bad ankle spots. Leave that alone. That's a bad ankle spot. Turn on X-ray. This will make everything super fast. And lock your orthographic to the Y. Zoom out so we can see our entire guy. Zoom out all the way. And just box select, control box select the entire thing down. Yeah, now all of those are gone.
Nice.
And if we zoom in on the foot, we know that the two that were facing the same way were bad, so just box select the right most faces over there.
Franklin, down. Hey. Franklin. Down. And someone commented on TikTok, "Dog, I used to bully you for wearing that Chewbacca onesie on iFunny. I appreciate it. You made me a lot of money."
Alright, so control box select the right set of faces, not those.
This one.
Yeah, that shit.
Oop, that's shift. Control.
Alright, and so let's spin our model so we can see things. Wonderful. Let's turn off X-ray. And now the only things that we should have selected are those. If you hit period on the numpad, we can double check. Looks good to me. Hit delete and faces. Now that we have those, we can connect these individually. Let's go to solid though. Let's double check by clicking solid. I would click your bad contiguous edges first and hit period on the numpad.
Oh, there's something up here.
Those guys are nasty.
Yep.
Spin around to the other side so we can see it from the outside. Alright, so undo. That means you didn't deselect something. That guy's still on the outside. Undo. Alright, so it's still selecting all of that stuff. Click solid again. Click the non-manifold edges. There we go. Now let's look.
Some yellow right there. You're all jacked up.
That one got jacked. I don't know how that got messed up, but
Just go
Is
through
it-
here and select these, or
I mean, if you want to work on that right this second, sure. Go into face select. And I would just hit M center. Now, if you still have red, select the faces around the red. M center. This is sort of like a dirty way to do things. You have a, hang on, let's take a look at what we're doing here before you just keep doing that over and over again.
looks like it's all
we're taking
originating
model.
from this spot right here.
Well, it's because you're merging stuff at the center there, but you have a flipped face in the middle of that. So let's undo one step before we did the second one. Undo. And let's just delete those faces that are there. We want to delete like the individual faces there that are still connected to. Not that. The faces that are inside the model that shouldn't be inside the model. There you go. Ooh. Unselect that. Yeah, there you go. And just delete that.
It's better.
Yep.
There's still something right here.
Then get rid of it. Make sure you're not deleting stuff on the opposite side of the model. Cool. You still have something floating though in that space. Go back over to your ankle.
This thing right here.
Select that individual face. Delete it. Select the next face over. No, the one that looks like a snaggle tooth. Yeah. Get rid of that. There is a tiny little bent face on the end of those two faces at the corner. See at the bottom of that? There's a tiny little face. You have faces inside and faces outside. We should have no blue on the inside. So if you look on the inside of your model, see that one there? Just delete that. See how that little edge there is a lip? Delete that tiny little triangle too. Okay. Those big triangles, get rid of all those. Careful of that one in the back. Just control click it. Yeah. Delete them. And clean up that stuff.
Okay.
Cool.
Was this already gone up here?
Just leave it alone for now. Check the inside of that area. So look at it from inside the model. And make sure that we don't have blue around any of those edges. We're good.
Nice.
We got rid of that. So try to alt click that loop if you can. If it won't, that's fine. I know you have tries in there, so it might. Then hit Alt F.
I got most of it. I didn't get this top
But you
edge.
get the whole thing. Shift Alt. No.
Shift Alt.
Click. Shift Alt click. And then there's that one there, and then this. Alt F.
Nice.
Fixed.
Oh.
Okay. Basically, do that same process for the two open holes that you have on the left side of both ankles, because you want to delete all of those things. For
So
some reason, there might be vertex normals that are behaving strangely, and there's a lot of overlapping stuff here. So this one, you might want to choose the circle brush tool instead of the box select. You'll get into trouble with this one, but just like make sure you're, yeah, you can just just paint over this stuff.
So it's smart to kind of delete in increments and then keep going, or just like do the whole thing?
Well, experiment with it. I have a right answer to that, but learn by doing.
Okay, well, let's
So
just.
go ahead and do small parts.
It's just all kinds of messed up.
Yep.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm going to show you an easier way to not have to do all of that crap.
Mm-hmm.
Turn on X-ray. Alright, now select. It doesn't matter that you select the backside faces, we'll deselect them afterwards. Just make sure you get all of the front faces. Now, when you're in this mode, it puts a dot in the center of the face. So make sure that you have everything from your view painted. Like, we should see no red through the center of that hole. I don't care that we're selecting the opposite side, we'll fix that. If you see a black dot inside of the orange spaces, that means you have not selected something.
Okay.
Okay. Now, rotate your view so that we only see down the side and then control paint that away. We don't want any of that crap.
Nice.
Turn. And then you can just delete those faces. Turn off X-ray. See how like that was a whole lot fresher?
Yeah.
If you want to go one step farther, hit undo, past the delete, and instead of selecting faces, select edges. And turn on X-ray when you do this.
Oh.
That's okay. Be careful going outside the area on the front side face. We can unselect anything we don't want afterwards.
Right.
Okay, so
I think that's everything.
maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah. So turn your model and control paint.
Oh,
Get rid of anything that we don't want selected, like those ones at the back of the ankle too. We know those are good, so we'll take those out. Okay. Don't add any more, just delete vertices. This is gonna take a huge chunk, but we can, our goal here is to just delete all of this, fix it, and then we're just creating the base.
Right.
So select face, get rid of them. For fine-tune stuff like this, I wouldn't use the circle select. You'll end up selecting way more than you want.
Faces. Yeah.
Do it again until you have flat geometry there. So pick that big face, delete that. Pick the next big face, triangle to the left, up, that one, delete that. You probably have to delete the other ones too, but there looks like there's one on the inside that's folded. Delete that. We're just cleaning up this space. It's looking good. Vertex or edge, that works too. You see floating verts.
Mm-hmm. They're just hanging out.
If you delete that one vertex where those pieces are connected, oh, two, looks like there's an edge there. So delete the vertex where the two blue pieces are touching. They're physically touching. Delete that one too.
And then this one.
That one. Yep. And now that they're not touching anymore, you can hit L. Oh no, there's still one connecting them in the upper. Delete.
Oops.
Think of this like a scalpel. You just removed the connecting tissue, so
Right.
you hit L on it and delete it instead of having to select all that stuff.
Nice.
Cool. Select the edges around that bad boy and fill that nasty sandwich. This one might take some doing, so.
Just Alt Shift.
No, don't try to alt this one. Just pick a vertex and hit Control, and you went around the backside of the model. You have to be into the face when you're in it. If you pick it, yeah, there you go. I would do this in edge select though.
Doesn't want this one.
Is there a second looking face there? Looks like there might be. It's a doubled up black line. Select that edge. Delete it. Should work now. Get rid of any geometry that doesn't suit you and just fill the hole. We can also do this by selecting the solid. Yeah, you got floating birds.
Said solid.
Yep. Click non-manifold and then hit Alt F.
That's way easier.
Yes, but that was all over your model, so if there's anything else that was non-manifold, it did that too. So note that you can keep boogering up your model in other places if you're doing that, because that's all global.
Yeah. Can I just do that and then deselect the other stuff?
I don't think there's anything else selected. Hit period on the numpad. Now there are other things, like the fingertips up there. Those are just individual edges. There's overlapping geometry there. Delete that face. Delete that face. Alt select. And then hit F. You're doing surgery on your guy, my
I
guy.
know.
Well, the nicer you make it from the start, the less of this stuff will happen. But
Yeah.
you know, it's good to know because even once you're experienced, you'll do some things that mess up your models. But the more you have to clean your models, the more careful you will be when you make them.
What's up? Click my face. Good morning. Yep, I've been live for like 3 hours now, so hanging out with my buddy Ryan. He's helping me clean this guy up because I messed it up so bad last night. All right, what else was?
Well, don't click that. You want to recalculate the solids because you changed some stuff. Then click it. So you got the fingertips on the other side and pinky on that one. Let's take a look at that. Click that edge and grab it. You can see what's happening weird there. Alright, cancel that one. Switch to vertex select mode. Grab that weird vertex that's sitting on top. That one there. And I'm going to show you a different way to eliminate geometry now.
Mhm.
So if you go up to the upper right hand corner where you have the symmetry options, there's X, Y, Z, and then there's that little lip looking thing. Click on the lip looking thing. That's the weld icon.
Mhm.
Now if you have your vertex selected and you press G twice, it will slide along an edge and just drag that towards another vertex. Go for the far one on the left, like the upper left one. There you go. No, left. Keep going. Slide it directly into it, so it's sitting on top, and
Mhm.
then click. That vertex just merged with the other one. Do it again. Slide that one to the right. Yep, until it's on top of it, and then click. It merged again.
Nice.
And so doing that allows you to move vertices around, and then when they slam into another one, they will merge. And the way you can tell that they've been merged is by the little orange lines shooting off in every direction.
Right.
If it wasn't merged with the faces to the lower left, there would be no orange offshoot line there.
Nice.
So check that lonely vertex that's just chilling right there, because that's not connected to other things. So
Mhm.
double G that one. Take that to either side, because that's an overhang. And then click. Now click on the vertex up, and those all go out, so that looks good. And yay, fixed it.
Woo.
So now hit solid again on your thing. Click non-manifold edges. Now you still have that little section somewhere in there. There's verts that need fixing, so.
Can see there's something inside here.
Yeah. So click that.
The whole face.
Delete that. Do the thing. Do the thing. All gone.
Nice.
Huzzah.
Okay, so that hand should be clean now.
Yep.
And just
So
whatever's going on. Whoa.
just that one little bad boy there. Just delete. Well, so wait, you have everything selected. Unselect, and then just select that one edge and delete it. Solid, non-manifold. Fingertip there. That bad boy. Did you deselect everything first?
I selected I just clicked on that one.
Okay.
Should that have worked right?
Yeah, that should have worked. Just making sure, because otherwise it would booger everything else up again.
Looks lush. Yeah, we're just cleaning up all the geometry on this because I messed it up real bad yesterday. Buddy Ryan's on the call and he's helping me figure it out. I don't know how this. Oh, I guess those are fine. Okay.
Alright, let's find our things. We still have stuff in the top half of the model because it's still zooming. So those shoulders, those spots right there.
Tiny.
Zoom out. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Now, pause for a second.
Mhm.
G to grab. And move straight up. Okay, cancel. Zoom in on those spots a little bit so you can better see it. G to grab again. Let me get an understanding of what's attached. Those are just floating there.
Yeah.
Okay, cancel it. So, deselect everything and go in and select those tiny little nubs. They're edges, so use edge select mode, or you can use vertex select mode to find those vertices that are just floating.
Got that one. And the other one is straight to there.
Cool. Solid, non-manifold.
Yeah, Leighton just commented. The Facebook chat just randomly sends in like all of the chats that I got throughout the whole day. I think it's a Streamlabs thing. And so, like, Artist Wants to Battle was chatting for a while, and then it just sent in all of the chats into the chat box all at once. And Leighton was like, holy Facebook chat flood.
Hit period on the notepad.
Hey,
Alright,
they're all on
so
the ankles now. Let's go.
now we're all down here. We don't have to worry about the rest of the model for the rest of this thing.
Nice.
So you have some spots on the left ankle that we could fix.
Is this a extra face or something?
Well, hit G to grab. Something's doing something weird there. See how there's, when you push it, there's another piece of geometry that's folding over that edge?
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't that one. Push that back a little bit. The other way. Push it into the leg. And just leave it there for a second. You see how there's
Oh, there's just a
faces on
vert.
top? No, those are centers of faces.
Hmm.
So delete that triangle. Just delete it. And you still have some structure in there. There's still faces behind faces.
Yeah.
Turn off X-ray. Select those front faces. Just delete that one. Delete that one too.
This one.
Yep. Delete those two. You should just be able to fill that. I think that should be okay.
Just fill.
Alright, check your solids again. That's gone.
Nice.
Find all those spots. Pick that face. And that one, delete those.
Nice.
Check them. Delete them.
Selecting what's supposed to be there.
We'll delete that one first.
Face.
Click on the other triangle. Click it again. It's not clicking through. Okay, that's fine. Then just delete those faces. Then delete that other one, and then fill those triangles.
Nice.
Run your check. Look for the next.
Is his foot clean now?
Looks it.
Nice.
Hit period on the numpad.
Yep. It's all in
We're all
here.
local to here. So let's clean up that whole nasty.
And just do the circle select thing again.
Yeah.
And
If you want, you can just select without X-ray, because you'll go through to the other foot, and that'll be a nightmare. So just, I would just do faces on this one. And just do a good brush over the whole thing, and then hit delete.
about there. Ugh. Keep going.
Alright, now turn on X-ray. Go from the side and control. Paint all that crap away.
Alright.
I would also get rid of that one triangle face.
Just this one.
Oh no, I meant delete it. Yeah, it's selected. So just hit delete and do faces. Cool. This circle select will get me into trouble there.
Nice.
Cut holes and stuff. Alright, switch to vertex select because I'm sure you have some floaters. No floaters? Wow. It did a great job. Cool. Alright. Close her up, Johnny.
There's one thing up there, but
So delete that one because that'll cause problems. Alt F.
woo!
Check it one last time.
Let's go.
Alright, remesh it. Quad remesher. You'll have to resculpt the ankle details.
Yeah. But at least it's all one thing now. Quad. Okay, there you go. 70,000, or should we go less, or should we just keep?
It was 72,000 when we remeshed it, so just put 72 again.
Let's go.
Right,
It's beautiful. Doesn't even look all that bad.
Right? You just have to nudge it now.
Mm-hmm. It's great.
And so now your guy that was all boogered up should not be boogered up anymore. We can check it with the 3D print toolbox though, just to be sure. Solid.
Woo!
Not a 1, my guy.
Let's go. All right.
Guy, you learned a couple of different ways to get rid of the geometry.
Yes. And hopefully next time I will be able to keep up with that and not get it so jacked up.
It's okay. That's how we learn.
Yeah. Real quick before I hop off, we do from active, right? If I wanted to like give this guy armor. And then I would do poly strips and control.
I mean, describe to me the armor.
Just anything.
Okay,
like
so
t-shirt or his jacket.
Go to contours and rotate it so his waist is about level. You want to do a jacket? That's fine. Well, we want it straight onto the camera. Straight. There you go. And then hold control and drag across his waist where you want there to be a straight line. No, you want to go from one side to the other. Undo. Go straight across. All the way. Oh, there you go. And make it straight. Undo.
Been following forever on Facebook, and you naturally pulled up on my For You page. Let's go. What's up? How's it going? All right, and then what?
Well, undo. You want to make that straight. You made that so sloppy. There you go. Lego. That's wonderful.
Nice.
Cool. Now add another one up by his first row of abs. Like where it pinches in on the sides.
Here.
Yeah, add one there. Like add another one.
Like armpits or at the just next abs or.
You can go up to the armpits if you want. You can do that spot. You can always add more loops to this. This is just base blockout.
Gotcha.
would take from the armpit and go up to the shoulder.
Here,
Make sure you start off the model though.
like like up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Is there a symmetry option or?
There is. Try putting one on the other side though and see what happens. This is uncharted territory for me
Right.
too. Put one on the other side. It might just take that and contiguously do the thing. Like it's gonna push that one over. Yeah, so undo both of those. And click, click off so that you don't have anything selected. There you go. Now you can add your symmetry if you want, but the thing is we're already working across the whole model.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and turn on symmetry. X. See how it doubled the geometry?
Mm-hmm.
And close. Click select bad symmetry down at the bottom of that box. Click flip bad symmetry. Now it's working in one half of the model.
Okay.
Now with nothing selected, drag from his armpit to his shoulder. There we go.
Nice.
Do the same thing from the crook of his elbow to the other crook of his elbow. And go to the loops tool. And control. And click. And just do that a couple of times so that it rounds out all of your juicy details.
Doesn't want to give him his giant shoulders.
It doesn't, and I'm not sure why.
Because they're very unnaturally big.
Well, so let's undo until, undo that whole section. One more time, right there. And then with contours, draw from the armpit just a little bit to the right of where you started the last one, and draw that to the peak of the shoulder.
Maybe the contours would.
The first peak. Like you went to like the full curve peak, yeah, where you want your geometry to actually extend to. Now keep doing that. You can zoom in on that spot so you can get a better grip on what's happening there.
Nice.
And so you can keep doing that all the way down to the elbow, and then I would stop it at the crook of the elbow there. Change your orthographic view to top. And that's gonna do it from the perspective, so cancel that. Undo. You're gonna have to tilt this one. So try to look straight on the elbow and then go from corner to corner.
Right here.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go straight to the corner. I would go a little bit north of the corner and then walk it over like you did the shoulder. Don't forget it's projecting from your view. So straighten it onto your arm. I would go in line with the tilt of the arm. So like
Right there.
yeah. Add yourself another one. And this is if you wanted to make a shirt, right?
Right.
You could take this and then you would connect using patches. You can connect sets of verts. So if you click off your model so you don't have the wrist selected, and then click go down by his rib cage. Let's connect those, the armpit. So we have some weird things going on there. It's literally doubled because it went all the way through.
Yeah.
Maybe see if pressing L will select length. delete vertices or whatever. Yeah. So from here, let's use the contours again. Now that we have the mirror tool enabled, let's look at them straight on. And let's go from the waist where we wanted that to start.
Across the whole thing again?
Yeah. I wouldn't go all the way, go right into the middle. You have to hold control. And that creates that. And I would do that at each peak and valley from the straight on view. So like that spot there. And now you're creating nice clean topology.
Noise.
Alright, from here,
Yep.
let's use the patches tool and deselect the edges that you have selected. And let's go into the armpit. Now, click on one of the verts and drag that little yellow ball. That's going to drag the whole thing, so never mind. Shift click another vert.
Like on the same one or down here?
Yeah. We're experimenting. I'm still not like fluent in
Right.
software, so shift click that.
Nothing. Oh, wait.
Nothing.
There it is.
Alright, so if you selected more than that, keep going, select more verts. Select one above that, so we have three selected on both sides. See how it's bridging them all by itself? You have one more selected, and you have 7 selected on top, 8 selected on the top, 6 on the bottom. You see there's a little number?
Yeah.
You want to select the same number on both.
Okay.
Alright, now hold, I think it's shift, and scroll the mouse wheel. Are you
Ooh.
doing that? There you go. And
Nice.
so you can get in there and create your contours that way, and that's creating a patch. You can also create a patch by selecting corners. So if something turned 90 degrees, you can do that too. So that was a bridge patch.
Nice.
Now if you click off of that, undo.
To apply it or
Shift
something?
scroll. Shift scroll. To give yourself the geometry again, and then you have to
Enter.
click to commit it. Or hit enter to commit it.
There we go. Enter.
Okay. So now those verts that we just added from that new patch that are exposed there, the ones on the edge, we don't care about the inner ones, those are already faces. We're trying to make new faces. Select the 4 from that corner to the other corner. Well, you can click and drag too.
Oh.
When you start selecting, you should be able to click and drag and paint. No, there you go.
Nice.
Also, then shift click drag the vertical line up, the one to the right, up there. Stop. Let go. And you should be able to create an L-shaped patch here. What happens when you hit Control and click?
Nope.
Nothing. I forget. I'll have to watch the tutorial again, but I know that you can create like from like a 90-degree turn, you can create quads You should be able to create quads from what you have
Right.
right there. In rows and columns. You have
Nice.
12 selected and it's treating it like it's two different things. So in fact, unselect that whole, just select that horizontal line again, paint that. And then select the last vert at the top. Not that one, the last one. No, last, all the way up. We're skipping all the other shit.
Shift click on it.
Yeah. That won't let you do it either. Okay, and then paint that down to meet the other one. They combined them. That sucks. Okay, undo. That's fine. It's not gonna do it the way that I think it should do it, so it's not gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
Patches were fine. Contours, that's great. So you have a turn. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So now you can take and do. You should be able to fill in that area.
We just
So maybe
contour it from here to here, and then
well, we don't want to contour because it'll go all the way out the outside edge. We want to now. What we want to do is connect things, but and I know it's a feature of the patch tool. I'm just don't remember what the thing is. So deselect the verts that you have selected. Select the center vert from the chest and paint in up that edge and stop at the top there. Let go. Does right click give you anything?
nope.
Control right click.
Nope.
Control scroll.
Nope.
Shift scroll.
Nope.
Nothing gives you nothing. Okay, visualization. Impending seams. That's your mirror. So, go to the options in the right hand corner. Collapse the symmetry. We don't need to see that. Go to selection. Not included. Center orbit on sources. That's fine. With the selection that we still have, go to. Let's change tools and go to polystrips. Polystrips will let us paint. That'll let us do that. Poly pen strokes. Go to strokes. This one's different. 16 vertical. Okay. What happens when you hold control? Did your mouse change? It sure do. Out of shits and gigs, paint somewhere. Just a small. Down to a dot.
Ooh.
Hey, look at that. So undo. So start at the vertex at the center of the vertex there, and paint up to the center. Just paint a straight line up. Let go. So undo that though. Just paint straight up so that it yeah, and then paint over to vertex on the right. Join it to one of those. Hang on, what's the error say?
Yeah.
Okay,
Move my mouse. Just moving the mouse clears it out. Okay. Let's see. Selections must contain same number of edges.
Okay, so go up one more vertex. No, you went up two. same one. Undo.
So I'm
Turn
trying to
the
go to
views.
this one or this
Yeah,
one?
that one.
This one.
Turn the view so that we're not looking straight on. We want to look like from perspective if we were creating this geometry. So yeah, sort of like that. And then
And we're
we
going
want
to
chest
here or here?
one down.
This one.
Yeah. If it helps, start at that one. Oh, nope, I was wrong. One up. You always start at the end point. Try not to scribble back. That's gonna.
It like moved the mouse. It moved it automatically, I promise. Going from this one. I'm going straight down to this one.
Alright, so take from that vertex that we're pulling on and just draw a straight line to the left. Let go. Hold shift and scroll. Nothing.
Mm-mm.
There's a little overlapping vertex in the upper right hand corner.
Mm-hmm.
Click the. Yeah, just go to the poly pen.
Poly pen.
And just click on that one vertex. We should be able to move it. Or just delete it. Undo, dissolve it. That's good. And then go to your loops tool. Hold control over that section. And no. We want to fill this whole thing. But you know what? Maybe the patches tool is the right way to do this. Go to patches. Select that section of geometry. So like select around the outside. Do vertices go around the outside, around the outside.
Are we trying to like go around the whole perimeter here? Or?
Yeah. Select that bad boy.
Okay.
Okay.
That didn't work.
That filled to, well, I didn't want to create a new face, so undo that. Maybe that's not the way to go. Hold shift and scroll your mouse anyway.
Nope.
Can you select those faces? Instead of, you're still selecting paths. That's okay. Still learning these tools.
Mm-hmm.
Contours will do that thing. So grab your contours tool. I think that's gonna put geometry to the other side. Though we don't want that. A knife tool. Start at a vertex on the right hand side. Start at the top. Control. Click there and drag to the left. Oh.
I was just grabbing it.
Yeah. So control, click point. Start that. And then you don't want to go so low. You want to go up. Because we're turning each one of these into a row. All the way across. Go to the left. There you go. Up higher. You're going to run out of space when you get down to the bottom if you don't. Do that
This is working though.
Yeah, it'll do the thing, and it's still easier than doing this all manually in
Right.
edit mode.
Is this the last one?
No, there's one more. Oh no, you know what? That might be the last one. Click it. Do your thing there.
We like add another. Because we already have a triangle here. Or there's already triangles here.
There's triangles everywhere. We're gonna quad remesh it after we're done anyway. Don't worry about that so much. It doesn't need flawless topology. It just needs topology.
Right.
So we can keep building stuff over our guy and keep connecting that until we have a whole thing. We have a whole set of armor. So that's using retopo flow. Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted a form fit thing, there's an easier way to get that though.
Yeah. Just by duplicating him, or.
Get out of hit tab to leave. You have your retopo flow. You can just turn that one off. All right, let's go into our guy. And let's make selections. So if we put a loop cut around, not a loop cut, we select the loop around his waist.
Mm-hmm.
So zoom in.
We need to be in edit, or.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. 1000% in edit mode. So you have a sort of like a belt outline there.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want the armor to be above or below the belt?
I guess it makes sense right above for his
Are we
character.
gonna put a belt on top? Like, is that gonna be the detail that goes on top of that?
I'll-
The armor.
I'd probably end up putting a new belt on there.
Okay, so just go halfway into where the belt would be and select a loop. Go up a couple. Yeah, I feel like that one's good. Okay. Wait, you're adding a loop. Oh, we don't want to add one. Select, alt click. There you go. We want to select a pre-existing one.
Right.
Okay, so if you go up to the select drop down, and you go down to the select loops, you have loop inner region. Click that one, see what happens. So now
Got
you have
pants.
That's cool.
Nice.
And if you wanted to do that, you can do the pants. You can also Control I to invert your selection, and then we can remove. Like, say you wanted to do like a chest plate.
Mm-hmm.
So let's undo until we just have our loop again, and then let's pick a loop that goes around the shoulder.
Right here.
Yeah, one of those. But be smart about which one you pick, because some of them will loop around because of equals. Not that one, that one's on an equal. That one's looped all the way around. So pick one to the right of that one. Keep going. Do we have any that's not spiraling out of control? That one. The one at the end pole. So go back one. That'd be a good one to go. So from that end pole. Whoa, why does it spiral across the chest? That's wild. So we're not gonna automatically select this, but start where that end pole is. Click on that edge right there, just regular click. And control. Wait, you know what? Before we do this, undo until we just have the waist.
Mm-hmm. I can't hear you. You gone.
Or,
There you are.
alright, I'm back.
Yep.
I'm back. Okay, so make that a group. So yeah, assign a new group. In your properties panel on the right hand side, go to the vertex data. Down, that one. Double click on the word group and call that waist or belt or just waist, I think. Alright, and then let's go select the shoulder loop. Let's take it from the end pole. Don't auto select though.
Mm-hmm.
So just control select along a contour, up and around. Trying to keep the line straight.
How far around?
We want to come full loop if we can.
Nice.
It may not let us go completely full loop because these poles.
It might
That's
not.
fine.
It might be spirally.
Okay, and we don't want to spiral that way. We want to spiral. So click back into the center of the armpit. So like undo the last click that you did. One more time. From there, control click the last one that could close the loop up there. No, not that. Undo. Close the loop.
Oh,
All the way up there. There you go.
nice.
Let it determine where that is, and then we can clean that up. So let's start splitting that. Let's go. Hang on. Back. Zoom into the armpit because that's not good. Let's get rid of that. So disconnect it there by control clicking. Or shift clicking, maybe. Undo. Shift click. We want to undo this section here. Undo those bad boys. And we want to find a happy spot in the middle of these two.
Mm-hmm.
So try to connect that lower line that's coming down lower underneath the armpit. Undo. Next one down. Whoa. Hang on 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Good.
Alright, so get rid of those. The upper side. So we want to
Just controlled clicking.
well, shift click them. But you want to shift click on them. Undo. If you wanted to go even easier, just your circle select tool would control paint them away, but
Yeah.
you want to toggle back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Keep going until we've cleared the armpit. Let's rotate the model. At the spot where it starts curving down, keep going past the armpit, keep going. And then let's go halfway up that line. Until we start getting more vertical. I would say right about there.
Yeah.
Try to control click to close the loop.
Yep.
And then, hang on, you have pick shortest path selected right now. There are different ways to adjust this. So edge tag, what's in that drop down? We don't want to tag any of these edges. Forget that. Click face stepping. Alright, well that's what that does. Undo that. Click topology distance.
Say what?
The second checkbox.
I do need to get going soon because I still gotta clean my bus before I head out tomorrow.
Alright, undo real quick. Like, get out of the box and undo the pick shortest path. And then bring your armpit all the way under the armpit, so like complete that line from your, no, not there, the other side, yeah. Continue that line so that that follows till right about there. You're coming from the other side though, so you just shift click the,
No. Sit.
alright, so now when you control click that one, close that loop. Tick the topology distance option. And that will like sort of average it out.
Nice.
Cool. Add that to its own group.
Shift. Oh. Left arm.
Funny that you call it left arm.
Well, it is his right arm, but it's true. Right shoulder.
Alright, so good practice when labeling things.
Mm-hmm.
List the body part first. And then do like an underscore R. So that way, when these things show up in alphabetical order, or you're going searching for them, you have two shoulders, shoulder left, shoulder right,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll show up next to each other.
Now, do we have to do the same thing, or can we like?
I don't know. I mean, we could always try it. Can we mirror selection? Go up to select. See if there's a mirror option. Select mirror.
Let's go.
Hey. Make that a group.
No.
Call that one shoulder L.
Sit. Stay.
Nice.
Alright, so now click shoulder R in the vertex groups and click select. No, in the box. There's a button called select in the box.
Oh. Nice.
Do the same thing for the waist. We also need to make one for the neck.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to see if this works. So go up to select drop down at the top. Go down to select loops. And loop inner region. That does
Nice.
exactly what I thought it would. So if we give him a neck loop, you would have selected your armor piece that you could duplicate and then inflate.
Nice.
So find a nice neck loop. Check the back to make sure that didn't go.
It did.
Yeah. So
no.
find a nice spot to connect that.
Second.
But then a pole, so that's why it's not going around.
Yeah.
Stay.
Where is that getting? Okay. So then I could just bring it across, like from here.
Stay.
Don't alt click. You're gonna select loops. You want to manually select these pieces now. And control. And then loops go all the way. I'm gonna turn on X-ray. Get rid of that, all that garbage, and then tighten up those edges up top.
Emily says, hello, what's up, Emily? How's it going?
Sit. What are you
Alrighty.
doing?
G group. Neck. Neck.
Alright, so select all of your loops by selecting your groups. And then go up to the select drop down menu, select loops, inner region.
Yeah.
50 to duplicate. Right click to cancel the location. Hit P for your separate menu. Selection.
Yeah.
Alright. Go in the edit mode for that one. And then select all, and then Alt S. It's a really tiny movement. You might want to zoom in when you do it. So right click to cancel. Get in there really close. Like, yeah.
We're gonna add a solidify to this as well.
Yep.
Dope. About there. Noise.
Now, if you don't want the ab definition in the shirt, we can give the shirt another modifier. So go to add modifier, deform, go to smooth, and then just leave the factor at 0.5 for now, and change repeat. Just click a couple times and watch what's happening to your geometry. You see how it's muffling those details?
Mm-hmm.
So if you click and drag, you can go too far too fast and it will do crazy weird stuff at some point.
But that looks pretty good. Gave him a shirt.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so that already feels more realistic than just, if you turn off the smooth modifier by clicking the little viewport icon.
Yeah.
Before, after, before, after.
Love it.
Right?
And just apply that or just.
Well, whenever you're ready to do any other changes to it, yeah, absolutely apply both that and the solidify modifier, because you want your solidify modifier to make sure the solidify modifier is inside the geometry of the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
If you plan to use this for a 3D print,
Right.
unless you want that piece to be a separate piece that gets added later, but then that would be more complex because it's tighter on the waist.
Right.
So if you want that to be an external detail that bumps and juts out, then you definitely want to make sure that the geometry is intersecting, so that when you go to Boolean those together, it's not going to create double sets of geometry.
Is there an easier way to tell if it's intersecting or just.
Turn on X-ray. You see the edge of the model?
Yeah.
There's a dark gray line there.
So that should be good right there.
Yeah.
Noise.
Ta-da. And you
Dope.
just made a shirt.
All right. Well, I do need to clean my bus before I
Yes,
drive
sir.
to Indiana tomorrow, and I've been on here for 4 hours, so.
Hey, I've been with you for a chunk of it now.
Yep. Greatly appreciate it. I learned so much today.
Hey, you got it, man.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Getting in there, cleaning up all that like bad geometry is really a big,
oh yeah.
big pain.
Well, it was just causing me so many issues. Like having the bad geometry was just causing me so many issues with pretty much every project I've done so far. So.
It's topology is one of the most complex, most specific things that everybody seems to avoid. Like
Mm-hmm.
the tutorials, they teach you, oh, just use booleans.
Right.
Booleans mess up your topology.
Yeah.
Hardcore.
And like, you can be the best sculptor ever, but the typology still might be garbage, and
Well, if
it'll
you don't
ruin
have a
everything.
contiguous mesh, then you're gonna have a hard time sculpting in general.
Yeah. But I think going forward, knowing the things to check and the things to watch out for will be super helpful. Oh, it's because.
Alternatively, if you wanted to create this shirt in the mesh without it doing the thing,
Mm-hmm.
you could do that too. And then instead of just hitting, instead of adding the smooth modifier, you could just add it as a face set and then apply the smooth just to that, so it would smooth down in sculpting rather than taking it apart and adding it back together with a boolean and all that.
Right.
Hullabaloo. But this is better for concepting.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you want to, you can take that shirt off.
Yeah. And I can. Would I want to add like a shrink wrap modifier or something to it, or
Oh, you tell me.
if I wanted to do some edits?
Are you having trouble with it pulling away and pushing into your model?
Yes. Yes.
Then do it. See what happens. The thing is that you need to make sure that it needs to be precisely. So zoom in on one of the edges so that we can see what's happening in there. And we want to just nudge it so that it's just sitting outside.
Golly. That looks good. Maybe.
I would try maybe 0.01, double the thickness.
On the. I applied the other modifier on the solidify. Okay. You said double the thickness?
Oh no. Not in the solidify. In the offset of the shrink wrap. Redo all the stuff you just did.
Okay.
You were at 0.005.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just saying double that to 0.01.
There we go. Still getting some stuff happening.
Well, you're gonna be sculpting on this, right? So
That's true.
let's do that first and then nickel and dime how much you want faces.
Yeah.
It's nice for that. Because you can really just kind of like dial it in. But you want to do your stretching deformations across the surface before you do that, because you're going to have to refix them anyway.
Right.
So if you want to pull the shirt down, and then fix where you don't see it.
No more free bags for Southwest. What?
Oh no, don't change that. Go in and control click small areas and pull them forward.
Oh, that's shift.
So we're trying to keep the same level of contiguous thickness, right?
Right.
So get in there and get personal.
This one's wonky.
Shrink wrap will do that.
Alright, well, I may need to work on this later because
Yeah.
I got to do stuff.
There's other settings
But-
for the shrink wrap modifier that we can go over then. There's
Cool.
not just on surface, but above surface and nearest, yada, yada, yada.
Right.
So,
Alrighty. Well,
save that. We'll tinker with it later.
yep.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Appreciate your help.
Welcome, dude.
See ya.